All right. Let's go ahead and wait for good old YouTube to start picking up the signal. All right. We are live. I'm going to let everybody go ahead and skip that ad as I tweet out live to the Twitter sphere that we are talking DFS NASCAR picks at Martinsville, and this poor live show was dead on arrival. Didn't have a chance. It's already derailed. We took a baseball bat to the stomach before we even considered the fact that we were even making this live show. I swear to God, I'm giving you guys 8 Decker comments. You can use that throughout your ACS, and we can very easily, just completely, like I said, derail this, or we can, give me some claps because, hey, I realized that we would be playing Decker at Martinsville. Come on. Hey, I bring it up during what was it, the truck race Saturday? It's last Saturday. I don't even remember what race we were watching. The Richmond race at Xfinity. I'm trying to look ahead. I look weeks and weeks ahead. So don't blame me for all the record nonsense. I still haven't got this damn tweet out. Let me just do this. But yeah, feel free to drop your comments or whatever you want in the description, not description, the little comment feed as I tweet this out. Because despite the fact I started this tweet 10 minutes ago, it's still not done. Looking at this, there we go. Looking at this race, I'm playing this very, very aggressive. I am 100% on Ty Gibbs. That's just where I truly believe Ty Gibbs runs away with this race. That's just where that's where I'm at right now with Ty Gibbs. I think Ty Gibbs and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are the nuts. I think we're building with the remaining four spots in the lineups. I like both those guys. I don't see a reason to really get off of them. Gibbs has fantastic. Let me bring up all my other sites as well. See, I'm just a wreck. I'm well aware I'm going live at 5:30. I'm well aware that I start getting stuff ready, and I still am just a drunken guy stumbling down the stairs, bringing practice data up. It's like I just wasn't even ready for this to go live. So let's see here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks before long. Hell, right? Man, if anything, Nally Decker should be paying me to boost sales. Pearce, didn't you want to buy like a Natty Light jacket last year? So I was always on the Junior ain't that good of a driver. He has one championship in the Cup Series. Dale Earnhardt Jr. one championship, and that's really it. Brandon, he didn't win look, okay, I will admit, Dale Earnhardt Jr. won that championship. Okay? The Talladega cursing on TV penalty doesn't exist in my book. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has one championship. Outside of that, he never did anything there. We're getting real close. I swear to God, if I start seeing more Natalie Decker stuff, I will kill myself. Live on the stream. So it'll just forever be live until somebody knocks down this building and shuts the computer off. Let's talk about, actually, I was talking about Ty Gibbs first, just because I want to bring this up. Daniel Hemrick, fastest car in the 10 lap speeds. Interesting to see, didn't qualify well. I'm assuming that I don't think Hemrick has the vehicle to compete with Gibbs. I don't think Justin Allgaier has the vehicle to compete with Gibbs. I don't think Gregson's going to have the vehicle. Yes, Gregson is going to be pretty much in the top 5 all day, but I think Gibbs is going to have the ability to stay out in front, specifically off the restarts. If he can just clear the field by 1 or 2 car lengths and be by himself entering turn 3 while they're still side by side, I like Gibbs. I like Josh Berry. Josh Berry is the pivot, and I like the combination of playing Gibbs and Josh Berry together. But I would, outside of Gibbs, Berry would be my secondary lap leader that I would want to chase. That's where we're at right there. Now, as I said, I think Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s chalk, so we're going to be looking down in the punt range here. I'm very aggressive on the projection for Decker. I don't think it's entirely insane that, if I can get this to load too. I got Nally Decker for 17 points. I got Matt Mills for 20. I got David Starr for 22. I got Ryan Vargas for 21. I got JJ Yaley for 26. I'm playing these projections very aggressive in terms of these guys not really moving up. I think this is going to be an extremely green race. Last night was a complete cluster, that was wild. I can't believe that it ended under green. I thought for sure we'd get another yellow, but value was just killing themselves last night. If it goes green, I think that leans more towards JJ Yaley being able to move up the field. I think that leans more towards David Starr at least passing 8 people. If it goes green, I don't see Nally Decker staying or passing past 30th. Now, with that said, you can still make some killer lines with Nally Decker. If you want to take a pivot off of that, Matt Mills is fine. I actually do like Howie. I have Howie in a line. There's a chance that and it is Xfinity, anything can happen. I'm not saying these guys are the greatest racers of all time, but and yes, Howie was freaking wild in practice. Very, very high chance he wrecks in this race. But I also believe there's a chance that Howie finishes very close to where he starts. I think even with Decker moving up to 31st, and yet again, if you look at her past races here, I'm sure when we do eventually get Rex, she'll most likely move in the top 20. But in the situation where Decker is slow. Did you guys even watch practice? Like, we're playing Nally Decker here because we can build a ton of lineups. We like what we can do. But did you guys even watch practice? Did you guys even look at the data? Not her fastest time at the stripe is at 87.6. Are you the leaders, ladies and gentlemen, are running 92.9s at the stripe. We are horribly off pace, man. You want to talk about a play of attrition? That's what Decker is. If it goes green, Nally Decker finishes this race 8 laps down, 10 laps down, even with the stages. So if you're playing Decker with how slow she is in this car, you're wanting a chaotic wreck. You're wanting a chaotic race. And so if I'm playing Decker, I'm almost more so building that line for place differential. As I said, I'm 100% on Ty Gibbs. I think Gibbs wins this race. I think he runs up front. But outside of that, I'm chasing more of the place differential plays. Earnhardt, Barry, same thing with Mayer. Those types of guys would end up filling that line if I'm playing Decker. If I think it goes green, or I need guys who are actually going to get through the field in certain lines, well, then I'm going to start leaning more towards people like JJ Yaley, Jay Buford. I'm going to die on that hill. People like Brandon Brown, Austin Hill. I think Austin Hill is a very interesting GPP play tonight. That's where I'm at right now. Same thing with Myatt Snyder. I think Snyder is going to be a good play regardless of what the race ends up doing. So right now, with that said, I got 50% Nally Decker. Those lines are building for chaos. The other lines that don't have her, I'm chasing after, people like David Starr, JJ Yaley, the guys that I just mentioned there. So that's my main takeaway there. Let's continue going down. So many blue letters in the comments here. Decker. And I love you guys. Creed is going to be a no for me. That's part of the reason why I'm interested in Hill. I do have Hill in the line. Granted, speed, if you look at practice, it's certainly not appealing. But 8,200 for Austin Hill compared to 8,500 for Creed. If you're interested in Creed, I would just play Austin Hill. That's how I look at it. Hey, long time no see. Sergeant Sugar, a gentleman who has been watching my stuff since the very beginning. I've even been on his shows way back when. That's like 2019, 2020, I think, last time we did a show together. Good to see you back. It's been a long time. Yaley and Buford, however you want to pronounce his name. I had to really back it down, man. I think it's really easy for Jade to hit value. I gave him 11 place differential points in this event. There's a did I just X out? I'm pretty sure I did. What did I do here? Did I really just delete? No, there we go. It's fine. I gave what do I got Jade projected for right now? I'm giving Jade 21st position. There's a chance, and it's the same thing that we said at what did we say at Richmond at was it last week? I'm pretty sure we've already done it this year. Like, hey, this is a race where Jade should probably do good at. You know, it's a road course or it's a short track. He runs very. I think it was Phoenix. Was it Phoenix? What was the race where it was pretty much the same play? All he has to do is just survive. Don't be stupid, Jade. Let me see. What was it? I think it was Phoenix when he finished 28th. I'm going to make the same argument there. You look back at how Jade has done at Martinsville, at New Hampshire. You're seeing that his skill alone is going to put him inside the top 20. His skill alone can wreck himself. That's the main concern there. But I think Jade's a fantastic play. I don't think you necessarily need to go down the Decker. I like the idea of playing Jade and Yaley together, or who's the other guy? Star and Yaley. If you're not playing Decker, I want two of Jade, Yaley, and Star in the line. That's how I look at it. Let's see. Let's keep going down. Barry or Gregson? I'm on Barry. That's where I'm at. I would much rather play Barry over Gregson. And yet again, this is leaning toward, and we said the same thing last week. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I am very much, I get very frustrated at short tracks. Last week, I thought Ty Gibbs would have the best car. Did not see John Hunter passing him on the long run, and still Gibbs won the race. He had the best long run speed. Just took him forever to get there. I'm in the same boat again. I think Gibbs runs away with this race. And if I don't think Gibbs is leading it, I think it's going to be Barry. But if you don't believe in Gibbs, that's where I would move to Gregson, move to Allgaier, or hell, even Truex in that 18 car where pit road's going to decide a lot. People, we keep saying that. 18 is a very interesting play. I'm just not there because I'm just a believer in Ty Gibbs tonight. That's where I'm at. Kind of just ask that, or kind of just answer this without even being asked that. Yeah, it's Barry and Gibbs for me, because I do believe Earnhardt is under 10K. Yes, he is. That's almost how it I like to. What was it like? It was Jack Wood last night. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. It was like, and I can't believe Chris Wright was a menace last night, man. Get that dude off the track. He's destroying equipment, man. He's absolutely killing cars out there. I can't believe he was even still out there. Last car to finish on the lead lap. I'm going to say position or driver. I'm going to say position 22nd. Driver Alex LeBay. That's where I would lean on that. I would love Parker if he was cheaper. 7,000 is very expensive for Parker. I would much rather play Snyder. I'd much rather play LeBay. I'd much rather play Brandon Brown. Clearly, Parker has skill. And I'm almost shocked in this day and age whenever guys come out of here, because this is very similar to old school racing, where you just have some guy jump in there and actually show skill right off the bat. 30th at Phoenix, 10th at Richmond, little calculating in your brain, average finish of 20th. We've seen, I think he's going to fall in between he's going to do really well, run 15th, 16th, or Martinsville's going to be challenging, man. I got a feeling they bully Parker out of the way, but that's where we're at right there. I'm just not on Parker because he is expensive. I think you're giving up too much with all three of those guys. I bet you I can guess that line. Let me goof around and see why you would need to play 3 of those guys. I don't necessarily like that build. But let's see, because I think you're leaving too much on the board. I never had a reason to use 3 of those guys in a line. Yeah, I don't like that. I think you're giving up too much because, yeah, sure, Jade and Yaley can race their way into the top 23. I assume you're using Earnhardt in there, leaving $400 on the table. I don't necessarily. It's a decent line, but I think you're giving up too much. I would rather have another guy in that lineup that can get me a top 15 finish, not needing just a complete wreckfest. That's my takeaway on those 3 guys. Yeah, I forgot what exactly happened, man, because I missed the first crash. I forgot what I was doing. I came back and I saw, oh, we're under yellow on lap 8. What the heck happened here? And I saw wood in the. Oh, I was having dinner. That's what I was having. I was getting my stupid stream on my iPad. And I was like, what the heck? We're under yellow lap 8. Gonna be a long night. Let's see. Let me compare these 2 guys. I should probably have I guess I excuse me. I just need to keep DraftKings open. 1,000 spots left in the 10. See, the 4 and the 1 did fill up. What is this? Decker and Barry. Okay. Let me compare these here. Let's see. I would lean towards the Barry and Decker just because I have Josh Berry as a potential lap leader and fast lap getter. If you take that stuff away from Barry, then the Jaden Mayer end up being a higher scoring couple of people there. I think Junior's optimal. He doesn't have to do much to get there. And I don't think anybody's going to wreck Dale Earnhardt Jr. Even with the crap show that the Xfinity Series is, you're not going to race Junior hard. Do you really want to be the one guy who ruins Junior's one race? I mean, you're about to get stabbed if you attempt to leave the racetrack if you mess up Dale Jr. today. Let's see. All right, gum to my. I know you meant gun, but okay. So, gum to my head, which would be very bad with the amount of hair that I have. I got Snyder projected for more. You can't trust the car. You can't trust the car. That's just situation we're in. You have to actively build that line and understand that you're most likely throwing money away. I like Snyder. I'm perfectly fine with that. If the car doesn't, look, I can already see it, man. Lap 20, Matt Snyder in the garage. But I'm fine with that. I got him in 4 of my 6 lines tonight. Yeah, I like those 2. Those are the 2 lap leaders that I think that I like the most. Barry liked his long run speed, even after practice and stuff. Looking at his laps, I think he has the best chance to rival Gibbs if this race stays green. Obviously, he won't be there right off the bat, but I like it, man. I really do like it, and that's right off the bat. That's right off the trailer. He liked it, man. He went out, did a Q run at the end, and he's liking it. Had the 3rd best average speed out of everybody there, out of the entire practice sessions. I like to see that, and so that's why I'm leaning Barry there. especially that he is one of the, like, when you look at the guys, he's gonna have a better car than Sieg. He's gonna have a faster car than Castle, Moffitt, like, and that's also what hurts the top 10 competitors. Like Creed is gonna fall back, Moffitt's gonna fall back, Castle, Sieg is gonna fall back. You can take an argument about Hemrick, but at that point, Barry's already moved in the top 6. I think he can get there through the long run. I think he has a better car than Gregson. I think he has a better car than Allgaier. So that's where I'm at there. 6K range. It's Jade and Yaley. It's certainly those two guys. Did I end up making a line with LeBay? I do not. But just I don't think I can do it. Don't think I can do it. But LeBay seems just interesting. But I think the contests are too small. I don't think I need to get that crazy. I'm already playing Hill on one of the lines. I actually like Burton a bit more than Alfredo. The issue with Alfredo is that, or that we've seen, is that sure, he'll most likely play strategy, most likely try and finish in the top 12. I think Jeb is in the same boat as that. And so I would just lean Jeb Burton if you're considering one of these types of guys. Because Alfredo is 75, Jeb is 78. This is a race where I think both those cars are going to perform very similar. I think they're going to be racing around each other, and if that's the case, it's most likely Alfredo losing positions and Jeb gaining some. I like Sam Mayer a lot. I'm very much on board of Sam Mayer today. He's actually my third most highest owned driver. I got, and this is, and some people might like this, some people might not. What is my intro? I always forget. It's Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast, where I go. I totally forgot it. Basically, I talk GPPs here. I'm a very aggressive guy. When I build these lines, look, I fully expect to never get a return on these lines. Due to that, in my aggressive nature in playing and me being okay with none of these lineups cashing, I have 100% Ty Gibbs. I have 100% Dale Earnhardt Jr. Sam Mayer is my third highest owned driver. I haven't seen or heard. I'm sure it's out there. But for whatever reason, everybody's, talking about the Yaleys. Everybody's talking about the Deckers. Everybody's talking about where do you go for laps led. I like Sam Mayer tonight. And oddly enough, that's leaning to me liking, like if I like those two guys that much, I should probably have a line with Gregson because I like them based on the cars they're bringing. I should probably like Allgaier from the same. I'm just not building enough lines to get there. But I really do like Barry. I like Sam Mayer. I clearly like Dale Earnhardt Jr. I like the cars Junior Motorsports they're bringing. But I just think Gibbs is going to outrun Gregson and Allgaier. That's where we're at. You can. I'm not getting there. If I was playing lines, I would just take out my Josh Berry and replace him with Gregson. That's where we're at. Thank you. You were here last night. You're back today, so at least I got a viewer out of you. I got a consistent viewer, so I do appreciate that. Thank you. 6-2 of you guys here on a Friday evening. I'm still always just shocked that that's the case. So thank you for being here. Let's see what other questions we got here. I'm doing well, Jordan. I know you and I hop in each other's streams. Whenever you're doing the lineups last week, I'm just happy that we're both kind of doing still doing this type of stuff. And if you guys don't watch Jordan stuff, I'm always interested to see him build lines because he typically builds similar to I do. And so if I'm doing that, I'm like, okay, well, I probably need to at least get somewhat different. Because Jordan knows how to win for the Cup Series. Very, very smart individual right there. I think Jade is going to be more popular than Yaley, just due to the fact that Jade has top 20 finishes here at Martinsville and New Hampshire from last year and 2019. So I would lean to Jade being the chalk. I don't think it's too cute at all. If I was building more lines, I would have Truex in a line because he's in the 18 car. That exact car outran Gibbs in the short run last week at Richmond. They're going to have the best pit crew. He's going to be up there, and he's cheap. He just has to maintain his position, get some fast laps throughout the race. If I was, like I said, if I was just not as high on Gibbs, I would be like I'm not trying to, but man, I got blinders on today for Gibbs. All I'm seeing is Ty Gibbs. All I'm seeing is Jesus, man. We are seeing an interview on the front stretch, thinking nobody but the good Lord that Gibbs won the race tonight. That's what I'm seeing. I have him in a line. I talked about that in the beginning, but I do have him in a line. Same to you, Eagles. Best of luck. We're hoping this. Well, then again, I didn't really play a lot last night just because I figured the race would be crazy, and it was. Who got spun last night that I was just surprised? Oh, when poor Deegan, man, she can't catch a break. That was hilarious. Sauter just said "F you" and put her in the fence. That's crazy, man. What's up, David? I love Sam Mayer. I don't know where people are going in the 8K range. I love Sam Mayer tonight. The issue comes from is I'm assuming people are not going to go as aggressive on Sam because they're most likely playing whoever they like as their lap leader, and then they're going to be playing Junior. And then you either go to Sam and then you dig into the 6K, or you can build in the 7K range with Brandon Brown, Snyder, Jeb Burton, guys like that. And so I don't think Mayer pushes the amount of ownership that he probably should. I got nothing to really prove that. Like I said, I'm nearly 100% on Sam Mayer, but that's just because I'm probably a bit crazy on Sam today. I just think he'll be there. And so for me, when I look at projected, I mean, I got several people projected for laps led. You know, I got Gibbs, Allgaier, Gregson, Truex, Hemrick, Josh Berry, even AJ Allmendinger. But that's just me projecting stuff. Realistically, I see Gibbs, Berry, probably Gregson, and then Justin Allgaier, and then Truex in that order. But I think Gibbs can lead over half this race. I think Gibbs can just walk away with it. It is Ty Gibbs' race to lose, in my opinion. It really is, and so that's just where I'm at. I'm not playing Sieg, not playing Sieg, not playing Sieg, not playing Sieg. I got Sieg projected for 32 points today. That's him with a top 10 finish. So I'm not playing Ryan Sieg. I'm gonna jinx it because clearly it's just gonna snowball back into it. But we got away from the Decker comments, so at least we're there. I didn't even see who. Oh, that's what I was gonna. I need to answer this tweet on Twitter. See, now everybody thinks I'm like, oh, Cruz doesn't like Gillen. I have nothing against Gillen. I have everything against the people using Gilly Gang. That's the main concern. And if he is, he is. That's just how it is. You know, what am I losing today if when good old Junebug, when good old Goo Bug Rex, and he cried. Like I would deep down because it's Junior. I would love nothing more for Junior to be involved in a wreck, trapped upside down with a car on fire, and he doesn't get out. That would make my evening. However, the likelihood of that happening is very small because it's Junior. He's too cheap. He doesn't have a bad car at all, man. We know the car is going to be fine. He just overdrove the first lap in Q and underdrove the second lap in Q, and he was the first on like a cold track. Come on, temperature was dropping like crazy. One of the first cars out there. He was just wanting to make the race, and he knew he could. He just didn't want to do anything stupid to cost him. You know, I don't mind Junior being 30th, and at least with Junior being in the race, we're most likely going to get the camera off the leader for once. We'll probably still have zoom in shots on Junior, but we can at least watch Junior go through the field. Griff is a no for me, dog. I just cannot. I don't trust it. I'd like other plays more. I just can't do it, man. He looked like he is a bit above his head right now in that 26 car, which is wild, man. It's crazy. If they could just put in, regular guys from Toyota in that car, they're going to be fine. But man, that's just I don't like Derek. That's where I'm at. Hello, Tracy. I sure hope so. I'm leaning more on Mayer hopefully being there at the end and fighting at the end of the race. Because I only have Mayer right now for value. I got Mayer at 45 points. That is barely a 5x. Realistically, I don't think he can do much more than that. But I'm going to lean on the case that this race is green. He's able to get through the field, and he's able to gain position in stage 3, and it's a Junior Motorsports car. I think that is going to be a significant advantage of how these cars are going to perform in the long run here in the short track. So that's why I'm so high on Mayer. Min salary. Most laps led, it's Ty Gibbs. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to understand what autocorrect did. I'm hoping. I'm trying. I can't think of what you were trying to put there. Let's see what other stuff we got in terms of value plays. Who's my best value outside of like Gibbs and best value tonight that I see is Snyder, which is why I lean to Snyder a lot here. Like Hemrick's technically higher, Barry's technically higher, but that's involving laps led and fast laps. When I remove that stuff, I think Snyder is probably the best value tonight. We'll see how it goes. Or best point per dollar play. Probably not necessarily value. But that's where we're at there. Each time we got to this locks. 41 laps. I don't even know who has the pole for Cup Series. I wonder, I need to, I'll probably do it tonight. I think Snyder can stay in the top 15, but where he can break, man, like how much line? Like I got 4 lines with Snyder in it right now out of my 6. So here, this is how it goes, man. If Snyder does something stupid or performs bad, you understand that I'm having a bad night. Same thing with Mayer, man. Mayer DNFs, I've lost. That's just how it's gonna go. Let's see. Oh yeah. Fuck. Thank God Todd Gilliland's starting 10th, so I could just erase him from my player pool. Like, bro, look at this. Look at these times. This is what is wrong with society. This is why. This is why I hate this. Are we gonna open this up? Come on now. Oh boys, what are we doing here? All right. Now I got this move. This is absolutely this is very annoying. Look at this. This is what is wrong. This is what is wrong with the qualifying order. Look at the times. Look at the speeds. This right here is a bunch of crap. This is absolute a bunch of crap. This is why I don't like this qualifying format at all. We look at these times. Larson does not deserve to be here. Brad Keselowski does not deserve to be here. Gillen does not deserve to be. I mean, they're obviously the final round in the time, but that they do not deserve to be here. You know, the people who deserve to be here are the guys who just barely missed qualifying again. You know, Ryan Blaney, Gillen. So like these guys right here, Cindric showing that time, and this is just based off qualifying time. I haven't really dove into the practice stuff yet. I just uploaded all that stuff, made sure it was there. I'll deal with that after the Xfinity Series race. But like, this is why this qualifying is just a bunch of crap. Kyle Busch is a top 10 car. This speed clearly shows that he would contend for a top 5 starting position. And he just didn't get in there, which is why this year specifically, I'm trying to make sure I get a lot of my ownership to guys starting 11th to around 15th each week, because those are guys who deserve to be starting up front who just didn't get there. Let's see. So bro, man, I can't believe what on earth did I witness last night with Johnny Sauter. It was who resurrected Johnny Sauter out of nowhere. Unbelievable. And then Sauter and them were saying that's the first ever truck that they made, developed, built everything in-house. Like, what? How did Thorsport's been around for how many years? And that's what? That's crazy. And they gave it to Sauter to test out. Like, here's this experiment. I can't believe that. So this is where, well, it's very much line of construction, which I typically hate landing on people. Snyder was the last one into most lines that have Snyder in it are just because I didn't like the other guys in the line. But here we'll go through Snyder's history together. Trying to figure out his best finish all year is beside. Oh well, that's not important. One, that's the car. We very much understand that the car is very much questionable. I like Snyder's skill at these tracks, and he has performed in cars. Here, I'll even bring up his finishing stuff. You gotta take stands, you know. Let's see. While I load race and reference, we can clearly just 13th, 15th last year. I like to see those. Even 23rd in Martinsville 2020. I want to see what car he was in there. 7th at New Hampshire last year. Pretty sure some of those on the RCR cars. But we can take a look. And if I can get there. Let's do all the short tracks. Where are we at, Snyder? Oh man, I looked up greater than a mile. Whoopsie. Man, this is see, I gotta get better just like talking and not. I cannot multitask to save my life here. Why am I having so much issue getting this damn race? I'm pretty sure I put greater than a mile 3 times. Clearly looking back at the RSS rides when he was in 93, the year of 2020, when he was just trying to make all the races, we can't look at those. But the 23rd, in the first race here in decent equipment, actually, yeah, that was the first one. Bit concerning, but that was his first track. That was his first one here. The 15th at Martinsville, coming back last year is what I like to see. 25th at Richmond does concern me, but I'm fine with the 13th. I like this track for him, And if nobody's going to play Snyder, or if let me see those lines. I want to see why I land on Snyder in those lines. Those are actually, he's spread out quite a bit. Those are a lot of my place differential lines. Yeah, it's just because he projects out the score higher, like by a few points than Brandon Brown. If you don't like Mike Snyder, Brandon Brown is an identical play in my opinion. And I'm playing Snyder just based on the fact that I like this practice speed. Hopefully that car stays together. That's where I'm at there. And Chance, I am not angry. These are not dumb questions. Feel free to keep asking your questions. That's why I have a lot of Jeb Burton as well. That's why I was very. If people want to play Anthony Alfredo, Brandon Brown, go right ahead. But I like Jeb Burton here. I know we just talked about Snyder. I think Snyder and Jeb Burton are very identical plays. I like both those guys. I like the idea of playing both Snyder or Brandon Brown and Jeb Burton in a lineup. I like Burton. I'm with you there. I'm fine with that. Now, you do got to remember those finish. He's not going to be performing that well because that was in colleague equipment, but he could very easily be racing inside the top 19 tonight, and that's perfectly fine. That's all we need from Jeb Burton. We've kept over 90, not 90, we're over 60 viewers this entire race. I do appreciate that. Chance, why'd you retract? Why'd you retract that? I still got access to these on my side. Why'd you retract that, man? That was a decent question. I enjoy answering questions like that. Let's see. What are they doing? Let's see. They're doing some propaganda about Josh Berry on TV right now. Fantastic. Let's see. What else we got? Trying to look at if there's any news on Twitter really quick. I don't think I have any emails. Why am I getting so many notifications on Discord? Everybody always DMs, PMs, everything like an hour before lock. Yeah, that is a concern, and that makes all the value plays very, very playable. I think this race goes green. I really do. I don't think people get too stupid. It's early in the year. You don't want to get and think, like I said, thank God there ain't no moon tonight, or full moon. Yeah, I like this race to go green. That's just why I like Gibbs so much. I mean, I don't bet, so I mean, I like Gibbs to win, but I doubt he has good odds. Let's see. I like Gibbs. Play Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's fine. First time finish. I don't know, man. Best time to bet, whether it's football, NASCAR, whatever the case is opening lines, opening weeks. The worst time to bet, the worst lines you're going to get is 45 minutes before the race. But like I said, I like Gibbs to win, but I just, what is odds? I'm sure it's just absolute dog shit odds. What is he on DraftKings? On the sports book. Here, we'll look over odds. But like I said, all the odds at this point in time on any sporting event this close to the start of it is just going to be absolute terrible odds. Let me see where we at here. Yeah, like, see, these odds are pretty bad, man. He's still the favorite. Barry at 600. I don't like any of these odds, man. Yeah, I don't like any of those, man. Not a fan. No, you never. I the people that I rail on are people that ask me like dumb questions, but no, like you're perfectly fine. I enjoy answering those types of questions. I want to be challenged like that. And I'm not always right. Like it helps me look back at my own the way I'm looking at stuff and I'm sorry, I get so easily distracted. It helps me, at least back up my own stuff or like question, should I have this much Snyder? I just like Snyder. I'm perfectly fine with that. With the risk. But like I said, I like those questions. Well, pool, do not play pool. I guarantee that car does not make the race. Doesn't finish um, Decker and then Mills because Decker is way cheaper. They're very identical plays. Um, yeah, no. I mean, okay, like, see this as a like chance. Your questions are good. Drake clearly, he literally just said, he mainly plays UFC, mainly plays NFL, mainly plays NBA bets. This right here is a very ignorant question. He does not know, and I almost wish Adam you didn't answer that. I almost wish we could have talked Drake into putting $150 on Brennan Poole to win this race as a long shot. That would have been very entertaining. As we're speaking, I got to add Steven to the Patreon because he just signed up, or at least the money just came through. So thank you for signing up, Steven. I don't know if you're here or not, but thank you very much for the support. How long have we been live? We've been here for close to 50 minutes, close to an hour. So how much time we got left before lock? That gives you guys 25. I think that'll be a perfect little end to the video tonight. I'll leave you guys 25 minutes to fill those lines. If you still want to enter the 10, at least you should still have space there. I'll be live tomorrow. I'm still not entirely sure. Probably in the after. Actually, I might go live in the morning just so people can watch the replay of it. It'll be up tonight at some point. You can probably around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. You can go on the YouTube and just look and see when I got the live show scheduled for tomorrow. You can come on by and join me there. So we're gonna go ahead and end it there. But thank you guys for hanging out, spending your Friday evening with me. 6 of you guys still here, and best of luck tonight. Good luck, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.